I have an update to my 2022 midterm elections analysis, and boy, it's even better news for the Republicans. In this midterm election, a lot of Republican states gained supermajority status or maintained and strengthened supermajorities in their legislature. I'm going to get into it. So, hey, Patriots, welcome back. So, I'm just going to name these few. North Carolina, Florida, Montana, Iowa, West Virginia, Indiana, Utah, and Alabama all now have Republican supermajorities in their legislatures. And as of November 10th, there are now 23 Republican trifectas in the good old United States of America. Can you imagine, folks? Almost half the states in America are now controlled by Republicans with trifectas, meaning they have the governor's house and both houses of their legislature. And here they are. Check it out. Isn't it a beautiful thing? And the fake news people tried to tell us and make us believe that the Democrats had a better night than Republicans. North Carolina gained a supermajority in their Senate. They fell just one seat short of a supermajority inside the House. Okay? West Virginia strengthened the supermajority they already had. And I'm telling you right now, Joe Manchin is out of there in 2 years. His term is up in 2 years, and he's either going to retire because he sees what's coming, or they're just going to throw his ass out. After what he did to the country when he went along with that Inflation Reduction Act, which does nothing but the exact opposite, they're done with him. They have a supermajority there that's even stronger now. They're done with him. Indiana has maintained their supermajorities in both the State House and the Senate, where Republicans will now hold the majority of 40 seats to 10. There's no room for Democrats in there anymore. Republicans in Alabama legislature, of course, they retain their supermajorities in their House and Senate. Now, in Utah, Republicans expanded their supermajorities. They went into the midterms elections with 58 to 17, and they'll probably, when the smoke clears, be done with 61 to 14 supermajority. The Utah Senate will remain about the same, and they'll have about 23 Republican seats and 6 lonely Democrats. Montana Republicans are celebrating their first supermajority in the state's history. While vote tallies were still unofficial as of yesterday, I haven't looked into it even more, but it's been assured. After it appeared that Republicans in the legislature would have 103 of the 150 seats. A supermajority in Montana is 100 seats. So there you go. And of course, everybody knows about Florida. They now have a trifecta where they have supermajorities in the legislature and they have the governor's seat after Ron DeSantis won re-election by 20 points. In Iowa, Republicans expanded their majorities in the House and Senate. And they have made history, as it has been at least 50 years since either party had a supermajority in the state. Republicans expanded their majority from 32 to 34 seats in the Senate, which gives them a supermajority. That means that Democrats will lose their power to reject the governor's nominees to head state agencies and serve on commissions. Confirming nominees takes 2/3 of senators to vote yes. Look, folks, when you have this many supermajorities, it means that Republican states can now form alliances with other Republican states to block the unconstitutional mandates that the corrupt federal government drops on them. You know how they had sanctuary cities for the blue states, where they would just say, screw you to federal laws and on immigration, we're not going to help you out? Well, that was illegal, number one, because the federal government has authority on immigration, not the states, okay? But if federal officers ask you for help, you have to give it to them. They have that kind of power. It's in the 18 enumerated powers. Okay, Article 1, Section 8. But as far as Republicans are going, they're going to do supermajorities for things that are constitutional, like they're doing, sanctuary cities and stuff, sanctuary states actually, for like the Second Amendment. Okay, so that when the federal government, when Joe Biden wants to take away your guns, which he does, he has said he wants to. Okay, so they're going to be able to form alliances of Second Amendment rights. They're going to have sanctuary states for Second Amendment. They're going to have sanctuary states for a lot of things now, folks. Right to work. I mean, you name it, they can do it. So Tuesday night, they wanted to tell you that there was no red wave. Well, actually, there was. It wasn't a super red wave, but think about it. All these supermajorities red states have now, almost half the country. Okay, so that's a big win. So along with yesterday's video that I did where I talked about how it was a lot better than what they were telling us it was, this is even stronger news. So I just wanted to get that out there in case anybody's still worried. And we're all going to say prayers for Carrie Lake and Blake Masters, right? It looks like they're both going to win because there were about 650,000 ballots as of yesterday, maybe even today, that haven't been counted yet. And they were mostly from red counties and people who went to vote on Tuesday, which people, that's usually people that vote on election day is usually overwhelmingly they're Republicans. Okay? So it looks like she's going to do it. Now, they're saying it could go through the Thanksgiving holiday, maybe even through Christmas. Are you kidding me? You know, Florida, which is like one of the most populous states in the union, they did it on election day. They got it done. Okay? The entire country of Brazil did it in one day. So it's embarrassing that Maricopa County is so slow, and they're doing it intentionally. They're not fooling anyone. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out there, make you feel better about being a Republican, and let freedom ring. God bless America. We will see you in the next one.